Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and this video is another super exciting Hermes haul. So hopefully by now you've seen the unboxing of my Kelly, which I bought in January, but I only uploaded that video a couple of months ago. And I'm filming this video at the very beginning of July. I'm not sure when I'll upload because there is one more thing that I really wanted, but they didn't have, but hopefully by the time that you see this, I will have filmed a clip of me unboxing that item and I will insert it. So I live in New York City and we have been under a pretty severe lockdown, and we're now finally beginning to reopen. The stores have reopened with very strict guidelines. Hermes is open by appointment only, and only a certain number of essays are allowed to be in store at any given time. So the con of that is that if you're not an established Hermes client and you just call up asking for an appointment, I'm not sure how easy appointments are to get in New York. The pro is that if you do have an essay who is able to offer you an appointment, your essay will have a lot of time. You're probably going to have a really relaxed and pleasant shopping experience. This was probably one of the loveliest shopping experiences I've ever had in Hermes. Normally, my essay has a client right before me, a client right after me. There are tourists waiting. She's super lovely and sweet, and she always makes time for me, but I don't want to take up too much of her time because time is money and she could be making sales elsewhere. But none of that was an issue today. She had all of the time in the world. As soon as I found out that Hermes was going to be open for appointments, I contacted my essay and asked if she had these items. And she told me that she had the most important item. Normally, I only buy one bag per year, and I've really stuck to my guns about that since 2012. I think with only one exception, I have bought one bag per year for the last 8 years. For me, buying one bag per year really enables me to enjoy and appreciate my new bag while using the bags that I already own. So why did I buy a second bag this year? Especially since I said at the very beginning of the year that I was going to focus a lot more on fine jewelry and not really on bags. There were a few reasons that influenced my decision. The first was that this was a bag that I really wanted, and I debated requesting this bag as my third Hermes bag, but instead I asked for the Eton Kelly. So it definitely was going to be my request for 2021. So reason one, this was a bag that I knew I wanted. The second reason was the Chanel price increase. Now, what does the Chanel price increase have to do with Hermes? Hermes has not done a huge price increase in years. They've gone up maybe a few $100s over the last few years, and now that Chanel has made this huge push, I think Hermes will feel absolutely justified in raising the price of this bag. I could be wrong, but I definitely see that as a possibility. Third was that I have spent very little money this year. I was saving for this bag to be my 2021 bag, so I had about a third of the money saved. But then what ended up happening is I'm not going on my trip to Europe. My family trip to Disney, everything was canceled. I'm working from home. So I've saved a lot of money over the last few months. I was in the position that even after saving a whole lot of money, I still had enough left over to buy this bag. And lastly, this whole COVID situation, I had two very diametrically opposed thoughts. On the one hand, I thought, YOLO, If you want something, get it. Life is short. You're very responsible. On the other hand, I became a saveaholic. But the you only live once side of me realized that I don't really buy many things from Hermes other than these bags. Even last summer when I bought my teapot and Avalon blanket, I bought those in London because they were cheaper. That being said, because I don't really buy things in Hermes other than these so-called quota bags, if my essay were to leave, I would be out of luck because I'm not going to suddenly start buying a whole bunch of stuff to be able to get these bags. It would just be the end of my Hermes journey, and I have beautiful bags and I'm happy with what I have, and I'm not going to start buying a bunch of things that I don't want in order to hit some imaginary threshold. So, all of those factors combined, I decided to ask my essay if she had this bag. Because the boutiques have been closed, they had all of their stock that never got sold in March. So if you happen to get an appointment in July, you may be able to walk away with some good stuff. So enough of my blabbing, let's get on with the unboxing. Here's the receipt. And here it is, guys. It's another set of the Mosaic 24 Platinum breakfast cups. I got the teapot in London, and this completes my tea set. I think if my daughter isn't into bags, this is exactly the kind of thing that I would love to pass down to her. This is also kind of a family tradition, and it's so luxurious. So this part is about 2 weeks after everything else in this video. I got a call from my essay saying that the store had these back in stock and she was able to hold it for me. Okay, just by the box you probably know what I got. 2 dust bags. These are the Oran sandals in color gold. It's in box leather. I got it in size 37 and a half. I find it pretty funny that my essay was able to offer me the bag right away, but the big wait was for these sandals. I have a whole lot of foot issues, so hopefully they're comfortable. These sandals are a pretty big clue as to the bag that I got. Okay guys, I am so excited. When I asked for this, I didn't think that she would have the exact combination that I wanted, but my angel of an essay seems to always be able to get me exactly what I want and doesn't make me spend any unnecessary money. Someone asked me about that, and I honestly think that my essay, I've met some of her other clients that are ridiculously wealthy and spend so much money with her. Doesn't need me to spend money on trinkets. I think she just likes me and knows how much I appreciate the brand. She knows I love these bags, and her billionaire clients already have all of these kind of basic bags already. They're into crocodiles and diamonds. So she just seems happy for me to be able to get the bags that I want. So here we go. All of the usual accoutrements. Here's the bag, and I can smell it through the dust bag. I've never had an Hermes bag smell so strongly of leather. It is the Hermes Birkin in size 30 in gold Togo leather with gold hardware. It is gorgeous. I'm just going to open her up so we can get a closer look. The leather inside is chev. Just gonna bring the bag close up so that you can see the leather and this beautiful contrast stitching and the natural grains, which are so different from Epsom leather. I am a huge fan of Epsom leather, and I thought about asking for this bag in Epsom because I love it so much, but I really love the color gold in Clemence and in Togo. So I specifically requested this bag to be in Togo because of the color. You can really see the stitch work in these bags. You can tell they're not done by a machine. You can't really tell that with tonal stitching, like black on black. But with this contrast stitching, it's really apparent that these are hand stitched. When my essay pulled this out, I was really excited to see that this bag had zero veining. One of the things that I love about Epsom is that it is completely uniform. I absolutely would have accepted it with veining regardless because I love the color so much. I'm not a huge fan of twillies, but I may have to make the sacrifice because it's light enough that I'm a little concerned that the handles will get dirty. Let me know what you guys think. If you own this bag or any gold bags from Hermes, would you get a twilly? Here's the bag with the lock and the clochette. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there for my next unboxing. So I put in my thumbnail that this was a ridiculous haul, and believe it or not, I was not talking about spending a ridiculous amount of money on this bag. That's not the ridiculous part of this is the ridiculous part of this haul. Please feel free to tell me that I'm being completely ridiculous. That being said, I love it so much and I am going to definitely keep it, but I'm not going to be offended if you tell me that I am a wackadoodle for buying this item. Does that give you a hint? If you've never seen this before, it is the Oran bag charm. This particular combination is in sesame. The color is sesame. It's not gold, but I'll put it on my bag and you'll see what a perfect match it is. And it is in lizard. I'm also not an exotic person. I've never had a desire to own anything exotic. It's not one of the things that I requested. My essay brought this out. Couldn't leave without it. It looks exactly like the Oran sandals. The detail is just ridiculous. So here it is on my bag. It came with exotic paperwork, which I've never seen because, again, I don't own anything exotic. What I like about this particular bag charm, besides it being adorable, was that it's tonal, so it doesn't stick out. I do own one Rodeo, but it's the So Black, and I wear it on my black Birkin, and it blends in. I'm not interested in any of the tricolor Rodeos, and honestly, I wouldn't be interested in this bag charm if it were in a contrasting color. I like that it blends in. Here it is on my bag, and again, I know that it's ridiculous, and I love it anyway. I can't explain it. Don't ask me to. I don't know. Here are the Oran sandals next to the tiny little Oran charm. And in typical Hermes fashion, the charm cost more than the sandals. So the charm was $650. I thought because it's lizard that it would be more, but that's a ridiculous amount for a bag charm, believe me, I know that. If anyone has this charm in just regular leather, if you can tell me how much it is in US dollars, I'd really appreciate that. And the Oran sandals in box leather are $630. My essay told me that there was a price decrease for these. So these used to be $680, but Hermes adjusted their prices earlier in the year. So a couple things went up and things like these sandals went down in price. I'm not a bag charm person, but this was just too cute to pass up. Please let me know if you have any questions or just tell me your thoughts on this haul. I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. I have a few videos planned that I think will be fun. Please subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.